Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Samsung has just released the One UI 8 beta program. This is for the Galaxy S25 series for T-Mobile and unlocked devices. So I'm going to go ahead and install this, and then we'll go ahead and come back and check out what's new. Okay, so we just finished installing the new One UI 8 beta software on my Galaxy S25 Ultra. And these are the new features that we're going to be going over. So under productivity, we now have a easier file sharing with quick share. So this is going to give us a button that's going to activate the new quick share menu, which we'll go over. We also have the ability to easily find downloaded files. So the My Files application has gotten an update. And then now when you look at your downloaded or your recent files, you can actually filter and see what application you downloaded it. Next, we have the redesign of the Samsung Internet. So I did a video previously, I believe on the Z Fold 5 on how to get the new Samsung Internet. So we'll take a quick look at that. We have more convenient AI select. So it's supposed to be a bit faster. So when you go to select the AI select, you can just click on the screen and select the area you want immediately. Under multitasking, we have the enhanced display support. This is for the new Samsung DeX. So this gives us the ability to use the WQHD full resolution, as well as rotate the display 90, 180, and 270 degrees. We have the new split screen view. So this is going to allow, while you have two apps open in split screen, you can push one app against the edge of the screen to keep it partially visible and see the full app. And so this is similar to the OnePlus Open and the Open Canvas, I believe is what they call it. So we'll take a look at that. We've got some new updates to the reminder. So the reminder interface has been updated with some redesigns that we'll look at. There's some new sample reminders, and you're also able to add reminders easily using the new reminders section. So when you go to type in a reminder at the bottom, it's going to give you some suggestions. We'll pull, so we'll take a look at that. Calendar application, easier to manage reminders in Calendar. So you're able to, instead of opening the reminder application, you can do your reminders straight from the calendar. We'll go into that. Add events quickly. So this is going to allow you to type in the event that you want, kind of like with the reminder, and it's going to give you some suggestions based on your previous events. Modes and routines has a couple updates. So they've got some new preset routines, some new routine actions. Samsung Health has the ability to do the running distance challenges, and you're able to record your food reminders. So that's something new there. Got some improved profile cards and reviewing recorded calls in your contacts. Cameras had an update. So if you swipe up or down, you can use the quick controls, which I'll show you how to do that. We have security and privacy. So there's enhanced security folder. Accessibility's got the pinch to zoom with the assistant menu, ability to control mouse actions with your keyboard instead of using a mouse, magnify your keyboard, easily pair Bluetooth hearing aids, and then there's some more updates here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I just finished installing it. And we'll go ahead and let's go and start with the file sharing. So if you swipe down from the right, you're going to get your quick panel here. And we'll go ahead and click on the quick share button. And so this is the new quick share menu in One UI 8. So you can do receive or send, so whichever one you want to do here. So a little bit of a redesign. It's nice to see that they are doing some updates here, especially with the UI for One UI 8. Let's go ahead and take a look. That's the quick share. We're going to take a look at the downloaded files. So if we go ahead and jump into the My Files section, and let's go ahead and go into downloads, you can see that we have these new menu here. So this shows Chrome downloads, Beeper, access or downloads, send anywhere, and drive. So these are where you can select the application where you downloaded the file. Even if you don't know the name, you can select that. You can also do this with the recent files. So if we jump into the recent files here, you can see that we have those menus up here as well. So that is the update for the My Files. Samsung Internet. So like I said in the previous video, we now have the new Samsung Internet. So let's just go ahead and open up a new tab. And that's the new Samsung Internet. If you want to check out the video, go ahead and click the link above and I'll show you, go more in depth on how to set this up. Let's see, next up, we've got the AI select. So we can just go ahead and swipe over. Let's click on our AI select, and then you can just simply pick anywhere on the screen. So this is supposed to be a bit faster if you want. And then we can pin, we can copy, or we can share. We also have the writing assist. So if we go ahead and do that, we've got our options down there. So this is a bit quicker. I don't usually use the AI select, but that is one of the new features that Samsung has released. We'll go into Samsung DeX in a separate video. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Enhanced split screen view. So this is pretty cool. If we go ahead and open up our apps, and let's just go ahead and go into split screen view. And we'll go ahead and click on clock. So we've got the two applications here. So all you need to do is slide this bar down to the bottom. And you can see now we've got full view of the Samsung Internet browser. And if we tap here, now we have the full view of the alarm or whatever that split screen is that you're using. And you can see you can simply just tap. So this is really nice to see that they have this. This is a nice feature that was added by OnePlus on the OnePlus Open. So it looks like Google and Samsung are using this feature, which is great to see. All right, let's jump into the Reminders application. So if we go ahead and go to Reminders here. So this is the new screen for Reminders. They've got some suggestions down here. There's the redesign here, so they actually have categories by what reminders you have. So you have My Reminders. If you have something that is using GPS for a location, you'll see that there. If you have something scheduled, so it just gives you a bit more functionality. And then if we type down here, we can actually just start typing a reminder. So let's say pay. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you can see that we have so pay electric. You can actually go in here and you can go into edit this. You can put a place, a time. So if we say, let's do a current location, and we'll say done. So now we have this information here, and you can see now that we have 2 in the place section there. So that is the reminders updates. Let's go ahead and jump into Samsung Calendar, and we'll go over the updates there. So if we go into our Samsung Calendar, you can see that we have add an event down here. So we could actually just start typing an event. So let's say pick up, so let's see, 9 a.m. So you can see as I'm typing in information, it's actually pulling from previous information from my calendar, just like the reminder does. So we just go ahead and put that in and say meeting. And it says tap the highlighted text if you don't want your event to be scheduled automatically. So we can actually tap this here, and you can see that it's not going to schedule it automatically. Then we can go ahead and update as we need to. So that is the new calendar application. You also have the ability, if we go into a date, you can go ahead and select and then create your event, or you can do a reminder. So you don't have to actually jump into the Samsung Reminders app. You just click on reminder, go ahead and do your reminder. Modes and routines has had a couple updates here. So if you are using the modes and routines, we can go ahead and let's go into modes. And so here's our modes and routines. And if you click on the Discover button, there are some new suggestions presets that you can use here. So if you scroll through here, you'll see that there's some new additions that you can use. So if you are using modes and routines, definitely check this out. See if there's anything that is going to apply to you, but there is a lot more that they've added. You can see that they have the morning briefing here, umbrella reminder, exercise encouragement, low battery management, and I'm using quite a few of these right now. So you can see I have one set up for my Buds 3 Pro. I have one for bedtime, one for when I'm driving, fingerprint unlock. I have Android Auto, one for YouTube, one for Good Morning, one for the gym. So you can go ahead and set these up, which is really nice. You don't have to think about it. They're just there as soon as you start whatever activity you're doing. Let's see, wait for that to load. So to get to where I was at, if you go into Samsung members, we're just going to go into the beta program. And once you've joined, you'll have access to this. Then we can go ahead and just go into our information here. So I'm going to go into beta notice, and I'm going to go into the first beta. And that's where it has a list of all of the new updates that they are reporting. So let's take a look at, jump into communications. So improved profile cards. So it's easier to create and edit your profile card. And once you get that done, you can actually share that profile card with other people so they can see when you're calling them. We have the review recorded calls in contacts. So now it's easier to review your past conversation calls you recorded, and those are in your contact history. So I did one earlier today just to show you here. So this is one here. You can see the little microphone. And if we go ahead and click on that, you can see that there is a recording and transcript. If you click on that, you can hit the play button and you can listen to the recording. The new update to the camera, this is pretty cool. So if you go into camera, normally if you swipe down, you would switch between the front and the rear camera. So I've already enabled this. You can see if I swipe down that I get the quick controls by swiping up or down. To do this, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your settings and you're going to scroll down until you get to the swipe up and down. So right now it's probably either set to off or switch cameras. You now have the open quick controls. So if you select that, now when you're in the camera, you can easily swipe up, swipe down to toggle between those quick controls. So that'll be nice when you're taking photos, doing videos, you can really dial things in. Let's take a look at some of the accessibility options. So we've got different options here that we can take a look at. Let's take a look here. So pinch and zoom with the assistant menu. So the assistant menu now provides more ways to zoom in and out of screen. In addition to dragging with one finger, you can now adjust the zoom level by pressing buttons on the screen. So let's go ahead and see how this works. So we're going to go ahead and go into the assistant menu. So we're going to go into settings. We're going to scroll down to accessibility, and then we're going to go into, we've got the interaction and dexterity, and then we're going to turn on the assistant menu. So that's the assistant menu that pops up here. So then you have this little bubble that you can drag around wherever you want on your screen. And then you can go ahead and access different options here. So we can hit our recents if we want to use that. We can go ahead and click on that again. We can go home. So if we are, say we're in the gallery, and I go ahead and click on this and hit home, bring us right back to home. Back, screenshots, volume, screen off. And then if we scroll over here, we've got the notification panel. So you could just click on that and drop down your notifications. Pinch to zoom. So this is the one that they were talking about. So you're able to swipe up or right to zoom in, or swipe down or left to zoom out. Pinch to zoom. So you can see if we swipe up or we swipe to the right, that makes it larger. We swipe down or to the left, that's going to make it smaller. So these are nice options to have if you want to enable the accessibility. You'll go ahead and go back in there to accessibility. And we'll go ahead, I'm going to turn that off for now. So we're going to go back into interaction and dexterity, and we'll go ahead and disable that. The other thing that they added was Magnify Keyboard. So you can now make the keys on the on-screen keyboard larger so they're easier to see and tap. So you turn on Magnify Keyboard while typing in magnification settings to try it. So if we go back into our accessibility menu, and we're going to go into vision enhancements, I believe that's where it's at, and we'll go down here to magnification. And so you can see here it's giving you a little example or demo of how this is going to work. And so you have the ability here to magnify keyboard while typing, keep magnification when switching apps in full screen mode, and we can go in here, do full screen partial. So if we wanted to do partial, there's the partial, and then we have full screen. More improvements, they talked about enhanced alarm groups. So in One UI 7, they introduced the alarm groups, so you could group alarms by different categories. So they made some adjustments there. So now you're able to add existing alarms to an alarm group by just tapping the plus button on the alarm group screen. You can also add an alarm group to a widget on your home screen. So these are just some new updates. The weather widget has been revamped, so this is really nice. So if you take a look here, much cleaner. I really like this new weather widget. I actually just posted something on X about this to get everybody's feedback. If you're enjoying the video, please make sure to give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel, and always click the bell notification so you get updated when new videos get uploaded. As always, I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in our next video.